And penetrating into saltwater rejection. Why, Watson, I told you he's on the floor for his defense.
Oh, and Peyton Watson! A la Coach Karai!
Since Nikola Jokic went down with a knee injury 2 weeks ago, Peyton Watson has stepped up big time.
Watson, the defender flies by. Watson makes him pay.
He is putting up 23.7 points, nearly 7 rebounds, a block, and a steal every single night. Plus, he is shooting a crazy 46% from 3. Before this, Watson only scored 20.6 times in 3 whole years. Now, he has done it 6 times in just 7 games. With Jokic on the sideline, Watson has taken the wheel. We are finally seeing the prize of a long 4-year plan. He went from a struggling college kid who couldn't even play to a scoring machine roasting NBA defenses for fun. But while Watson's hot streak is saving the Nuggets right now, it might change their whole future. Let's dive in. To see how Peyton Watson became Denver's MVP the second Jokic got hurt, you have to look at the beginning. Coming out of high school, Watson was a huge 5-star star. He was a top 10 player in the country with great height and a sweet jumper. Everyone thought it would be easy, 1 year at UCLA and then the NBA. But when he got to college, things got tough. Watson wasn't in shape because of the pandemic and joined the UCLA team that was already stacked with older stars. He barely played, scoring only 3 points a night, and everyone thought he wasn't good anymore. Still, you could see the talent. A 6'8" wing with amazing skills who just needed a chance. Watson bet on himself and answered the 2022 draft after just 1 year. On draft night, it was a nail-biter. Watson was the very last pick of the first round by OKC, then sent straight to Denver. If you looked at his stats, it made 0 sense. He had the lowest scoring average ever for a first-round pick, but Denver didn't care. Their GM, Calvin Booth, said it was an easy choice and he really wanted him. Slowly, Watson started to prove them right. He almost never played as a rookie, getting less than 200 minutes all year, but at the end of the season, Denver gave him a shot. In that tiny window, he showed exactly why they loved him. Amazing shot blocking, fast running, and smart cuts to the basket. That was enough. When the next year started, Watson was in the lineup from day 1. His defense was great right away, even if his shot was a bit shaky. There was enough there to keep waiting. By last year, Watson became one of the best rim-protecting wings in the league. He was 16th in blocks and led the NBA in blocking 3-pointers. On offense, he hit nearly 45% of his corner threes and scored 8 points a game. He was officially a 3-and-D star, and that changed how Denver used him forever.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the run. The shot was blocked by Peyton Watson, and the Nuggets have won it.
Watson earned the full trust of the coaching staff. His minutes jumped by 33%, and only Russell Westbrook played more off the bench. Going into the 2025-26 season, everyone expected him to keep climbing, and man, did he deliver. At first, he was giving the team solid numbers like 6 points and 4 boards, but the real door opened on November 12 when Christian Braun hurt his ankle. Watson jumped into the starting 5 on November 15, and he never looked back. Since becoming a starter, his game has exploded. He is averaging over 16 points and 5 rebounds while shooting a crazy 51% from the floor and 44% from deep. For the whole season, he is at 13 points a game while guarding every position on the court. He is a true two-way weapon. But here is where things got really wild. Christian Braun was just the first domino. Watson proved he could handle a bigger role, and then the unthinkable happened. The Nuggets lost their brain and heart, Nikola Jokic, to a knee injury that would sideline him for a month. Suddenly, the whole team's survival fell on the role players. The pressure was huge, but Watson didn't break. Since Jokic went down, he has completely changed how Denver plays. Everyone thought Jamal Murray would carry the team alone, and he did great. But the biggest star has been Peyton Watson. In the 7 games without Jokic, Watson is averaging nearly 24 points and 7 rebounds. He scored 20 or more in 6 straight games. He is now the clear second option, and sometimes even the first. It all started against the Raptors, where he led the team with 24 points to secure a tight win. He kept that fire going against the Cavs and the Nets too. Then came a massive moment against Philly, where almost all the starters were out. Watson stepped up with 24 points, 7 boards, and huge defensive plays to win in overtime, and he just kept rolling. Against the red-hot Celtics team, he dropped 30 points and hit a dagger 3 to seal the game. 2 nights later, he had a monster double-double against Atlanta. Then against Milwaukee, he showed he could pass too, getting a career-high 6 assists. Denver was supposed to fail without Jokic, but Watson led them to a solid 4-3 record in those 7 games. He is proving he can be the man, and that changes everything for the Nuggets. But there is a huge catch. Watson is becoming a very expensive player. He is exactly what every team wants, but Denver might not be able to afford him. They have a tough choice to make while the rest of the league watches like hawks. Christian Braun already signed a massive 5-year, $125 million deal, but Watson didn't get one. Reports say talks between him and the team never went anywhere, so he is heading towards free agency. He will be a restricted free agent, meaning other teams can bid on him and Denver has to match. The problem is Watson is having a career year. With other stars out, he showed the world he can lead an offense and shut down a defense. He is only 23 years old and playing like an elite star for one of the best teams in the West. He is making only $4.3 million right now, one of the best deals in the league, but that is about to change fast. Next summer, he could easily ask for a contract just as big as Braun's $125 million deal. Denver has to decide if they can pay up or if they'll lose their rising star. The Denver Nuggets are already projected to be over the first tax apron, especially with those new massive deals for Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun making the books tighter than ever. Matching a big outside offer for Watson would push Denver deep into the restricted territory, which basically kills their flexibility to sign anyone else. Even if they really want to keep him, the math suggests they simply cannot compete with the massive offers coming from teams like the Spurs, Grizzlies, or Pistons, who are all looking for a young star. There is a good chance Jonas Valanciunas won't be in Denver next year, but the team still needs to fill that gap. Maybe the Nuggets will decide Watson is their top priority and trade away someone like Cam Johnson to clear up the cap space. For Denver, this is a frustrating but familiar story. They drafted Watson, spent 4 years developing him from a project into a reliable star, and now they are at risk of watching him get too expensive to keep. As a fan, you want to see him stick around forever, especially after he saved the season while Jokic was hurt. But the logistics of a new contract are incredibly tricky. When summer arrives, the Nuggets might have no choice but to let their star wing find a new home. But let's look closer at why Watson has become such a hot commodity. What makes him truly special and why he's a lock to be a star anywhere is his processing speed. He plays fast, thinks ahead of the play, and brings elite discipline every single night. He is moving into his prime as a defensive weapon built on skill and smarts, not just athleticism. He can guard positions 1 through 4, take on the toughest player on the court, and stay locked in for 40 minutes. That is the exact type of player you need to win in the playoffs. He has proven he can lead the Nuggets, but his real value is his versatility. Whether it's blocking a center at the rim or chasing a quick guard around the screen, Watson does it all. Adding muscle over the summer was the secret sauce. Now he can battle physically with the league's biggest stars, guys like Jason Tatum or Kevin Durant, and actually win those matchups. Once his defense became too good to leave on the bench, his offense naturally followed. Denver didn't ask him to be a ball hog. They asked him to play within the flow, and he mastered it. His improved three-point shot moved him from just being a dunker to a real threat from the corners. That confidence unlocked his whole game. Now he attacks the rim with purpose, using quick Euro steps to finish through traffic. He is fearless against big men and has even added a soft floater that makes him nearly impossible to guard in the paint. Watson isn't just a system player. He is becoming a true two-way wing, the most valuable archetype in the NBA today. Think about it, a guy who defends at an elite level, shoots 40% from deep, and can scale his scoring up when the stars are out. That is worth a max contract in today's market. At just 23 years old, he still has so much room to grow. He's already earning Player of the Week honors and shutting down all-stars. Peyton Watson went from a UCLA afterthought to a household name in just 4 years. He proved he can carry the team without Jokic and thrive right next to him. But as the 2026 trade deadline and free agency approach, the noise is getting louder. Other teams are already circling, preparing poison pill contracts that Denver might find impossible to match. If the Nuggets don't act fast, either by clearing salary or working out a sign and trade, they could lose their most improved player for absolutely nothing. It's a gift and a curse situation. The better Watson plays, the harder it is for Denver to keep him. He has officially priced himself out of being a role player into being a foundational piece. So let's wrap this up. Peyton Watson is no longer a project, he is the real deal. He saved the Nuggets season, but he might have outgrown their budget. Whether he stays in the Mile High City or takes his talents to a team like the Spurs or Lakers, the league is officially on notice. The only thing left to see is who will be brave enough to give him the keys to their franchise next season. What do you think? Does Denver find a way to keep him by trading other players, or do you see him leading a different team next year? Could you imagine him next to Wembanyama in San Antonio or leading the charge in Detroit? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know if you think he's worth $100 million plus. And as always, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Basketball Pulse, and check out the next video on your screen right now.